Hi, this is Shay Veronica, and I just read something that I cannot believe my very eyes. Dale Marshall, your Attorney General, says that corruption in Barbados goes uninvestigated because the police don't know how to do it. They just don't do it. And to this date, they have not brought one case on corruption. Not one. Dale Marshall said the most honest things I have ever heard coming out of a Bajan's mouth. He said that Barbados has a checkered history when it comes to issues of corruption, but they don't know how to fix it because the police may arrest you for committing other crimes, but in terms of corruption, where the people who are corrupt are getting better at what they're doing, Barbados police don't have the wherewithal to investigate those kind of crimes. So if not for bloggers like me and others who came before and after me, if not for us ringing that bell and sounding that alarm, a lot of things would go unnoticed or unspoken of or not reported, but it is being reported. And Dale Marshall is in your newspaper saying that the Barbados Police Service lack the practice of investigating corruption, and offenders are getting away with it in Barbados. He says that what happened to Donville Innes in the United States happened because it was the United States. They could never have done it. He is actually speaking truths. I cannot believe what I'm reading. He is speaking truth. He is saying that although it is important to investigate, and although it is important to have that anti-corruption part of the Barbados Police Service, it goes without saying because everybody knows everyone, and if you're part of a lodge, this is me speaking, if you're part of the lodge or whatever, they say, oh, he's a lodge man. He's a lodge man. Like, okay, he could steal. We can't do anything about him stealing. Or she is married to someone who is a lodge man. So although she is stealing, we can't do anything to her because her husband is a lodge man. He is saying all that wrapped up in this one article in Barbados Today. It is entitled Hard Task, Hurdles to Laying Corruption Charges, says AG. Hurdles to laying corruption charges. That is what your Attorney General has said. Barbados is a checkered board in corruption. They have corruption. He is saying it, but it is difficult, and they have not brought one case in terms of corruption in Barbados. Now, when I reported that Mark Thompson went to Scotiabank and cashed a check that was written to me, I don't think that should have been hard for them to investigate. I gave them the bank's name. I gave them the person's name. I think that sort of corruption on the bank, the fraud on the bank, should have been very easy for them to bring a charge. They could have contacted me and brought a charge. So certain things that they are saying is difficult, I think it is difficult because, like he alluded to, if these people are part of a clique, if these people are part of Mia Motley's inner circle, if these people are part of a lodge or whatever society within the society that is there, no charges are going to be brought. He, in essence, said that Innes was charged in the U.S., but never would have been charged in This is the most honest thing I've ever read. I invite you to read it. Barbados Today, Hard Task. Cannot believe what I'm seeing, what I'm reading. Congratulations. Kudos to you. Kudos to you, okay? I didn't think he had it in him, but Attorney General Dale Marshall just spoke truth like I've never in my life heard before coming out of Barbados. And it's coming from a top tier, Dale Marshall, the Attorney General. Corruption is in Barbados, and they don't have the tools They may be trained, but they really don't have the tools to take that training forward to investigate corruption. The most honest sentences, statements I've ever heard. So corruption will continue in Barbados because they don't know how to handle it. They will have to bring in foreigners probably if they want to tackle that task of, rooting out corruption. But as it stands, their hands are tied. Anyone who is in a lodge or who may know Mia Motley or who may know someone that may know someone, if they are part of a apparatus of corruption, they can do it until they die. They can do it until the earth comes to an end in Barbados, because as of now, they have not brought one case, not one. And I've said that. I've called them. You've heard me saying that they have that particular position, but they're not bringing anyone to court for corruption. I've said it in the past. I've said it. I've called the other one, the other attorney general from the DLP before him, before Dale. I've said he have done nothing. He's a do nothing attorney general. I call him a do nothing attorney general, and I was right. I'm patting myself on the back right now. I was right. They're bringing no cases of corruption. The big boys, the big cases are not coming to the courts. Only the little ones, little cases of people who do things like pick up bottles and, people who come, who investigate, matters of land fraud, little things. They arrest people for doing little things. But the real big boys are not being brought before the courts. And Dale Marshall is saying it. Not one case has been brought. And before him, it never happened. It doesn't happen. I used to call them do nothing attorney generals. And I guess there still are do nothing attorney generals. But he's saying, yeah, we do nothing because we can't. We do nothing because we can't. Thank you, Dale Marshall. Thank you. Share, Veronica.